Hello, I'm Nigel.
Amanda's with that ever so slightly smug look on his face. It's beer news, and what we're doing with beer news, we're going to talk about me. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, because you've been to another beer festival, haven't
I've
you?
been to another beer festival. It's been too long since I've been to a beer festival. I think the last one I did was Pool in November last year. So that's, yeah, way too long.
You with your beer squad, didn't you?
Beer
Your
squad I've got a beer squad from work, um, and we went to the Dorchester Beer Festival. Um, and a cracking day after a shaky start. Um, what I like to do
why
on
was
these
it a shaky?
well
Why did
on these days, I like to give myself time. Okay,
yes.
I know that I have to get home. I have to get there, and I have to get home. So I can't drive there. So I have to work out. So basically, what happens is I have to walk for about 45 minutes into town, jump on a bus, which will take about an hour, get off there, and jump on the train to Dorchester. So I give my time plenty of time. I set the alarm for 6 o'clock. By setting my alarm for 6 o'clock, I'm giving myself time to have a couple of cups of tea, scratch my ass, kind of prepare, just kind of, you know, and then leave the house by 8. Ladies and gentlemen, I woke up at 27 minutes past 7.
Oh,
Oh,
so there goes you're relaxing.
so there goes the relaxing. There goes running through a cold shower. There goes getting dressed as quick as you can and then just doing that hike into town.
I know a couple of cups of green tea.
No green tea. It sets me up for the day. But anyway, the worst was yet to come.
No,
Oh yes, yes. I got to the station and I had a message from a friend of mine. I can't get on that train. I'm going to be about 10 minutes late. I said, that's fine. That's no problem. So then I realized in my rush to get out of the house, I'd forgotten my ticket to get in.
oh,
Ah, prick. Yes, that's me. Yeah. Anyway, the long and short of it is, it weighs heavy upon your mind when you get in there. You know, I sorted it out. There's always a way to sort it out. There really is,
yeah.
but it doesn't stop that little 5 minutes of meltdown going, what are you doing? So, anyway, aside from that, I got in and had a really pleasant day. And I had 3.5 pints over 4 hours.
That's very reasonable, Landers.
That is, honestly, it really was. And some of them were
So
lower.
you had 7 beers.
Yeah,
Wow, you've sent me a list.
I did.
Look, a jolly nice collection. So what was the first one you had?
The first one we went for was the Merry and Bright by Attic.
And I take it that was the best bitter.
It was the best bitter. It was
Well, no,
five.
actually, it's 5.4%.
It's it, it is a kind of it's sold as a bitter. It's tasted
Right, but
nice.
it's a strong bitter. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a strong bitter. So malty with a bold hop flavour, hints of toffee, spice, fruit, and reassuringly bitter.
lovely.
And I have to say, also, as people may know, when you go to a beer festival, you get given a podium card so you can write down your top three beers of the day.
Right.
Due to laziness and lack of interest after your fourth drink, I just put the first three in. And I wasn't far off, to be honest with you. I would say
Fair
the
enough.
attic, I think the attic came in top.
Wow.
I really enjoyed that.
So it was
Enjoyed
downhill after
that
that,
kind of,
really.
sorry?
It was downhill after that.
Well, it was downhill after that. No, there were plenty of other decent beers. But the third one I had was from Buxton called Right to Rome. That was a 4.2% bitter. And again, had, oh, it describes itself as quaffable. and it was. I could have stuck with that all day, as I could have done with
That's
the attic, to be honest with you.
that's the thing. When you get to beer festival, you feel like you have something. Oh, I could just drink that all day, but you've got the variety.
You've got such a huge variety.
And sometimes you
Really
go when
do.
you leave, you think, "Oh, I wish I just drank that one or that." But
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. There were, and honestly, this was quite disappointing. There were some beers uh, that were gone within an hour.
good grief.
Yeah, so I was a bit disappointed by that. I'm just feverishly checking my notes here. Um, there's the Metalhead Brewery, and they, based in Northumberland, they do a Motorhead Porter, which comes in at 4.8%, and I think that's got my name written all over it.
And it was gone.
Gone, not there.
Oh, but I do notice you had a couple of stouts. Well, two
Yeah,
stouts and a porter.
I love my black beers. We both like our black beers, let's face it, don't we? And I
Sorry,
try
I'm
to
just
cut
looking at the list there. You got the Wimborne Brew. It's a Wimborne Quarter Jack
eight
Brewery.
arch. Yeah, Wimborne. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a Eight Arch Brewery, Quarter Jack. What was that beer?
that's a porter. Again, that's a porter,
All right, so your last
and it's
four.
something that I've drunk plenty of times from the can.
I'm sure I've had that in the can before.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you must have done. But I
Yeah.
tell you what, I just wanted to try it from the cask, and it was just beautiful.
So you finished with four darker beers. You've got the Winter Oatmeal Stout by
Yeah,
Triple F. I
yeah.
quite I Triple F. I've had a few of their beers. They've all been very, very good.
I've never heard of them before, so
Right.
you're better than me on that.
Uh, then the Quarter Jack, then
The oat
Full
stout
Circle.
from Full Circle.
Yeah.
Um, that was all right. That was mm, you. It's too coffee for you, I would have
Right.
thought.
And you finished off with a porter,
Copper
5.2%.
Street, yeah, the Copper Street um, dim. That again, that knocked the trend slightly because that could have gone top three. I would
Right.
put, so if I was going to give my top, I would go for the Attic number one.
Right.
I think I might go for the Coffee, Copper Street dim in second place, which is a porter that comes in at 5.2%. It was gorgeous,
Right.
absolutely. And then the third place I would put to the Buxton, right to Rome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an exceedingly good day. And then, hmm, this is annoying because we went to a bar afterwards. We
Right.
found we found this quirky little pub, um, the Convivial Rabbit is what it's called. And wow, what a quirky little. I mean, I say quirky, it's just a small bar.
Right.
Exactly what you want. It reminded me, I don't know, what's that place in Melbourne? No, it's not like that. No, it's not. No, but it does. It has a quirkiness to it, and I think once you've got 12 people in there, it's full.
Right. Okay.
Um, but it's beautiful, and I had a Guile 59 in there,
Ah,
pint of,
is that the
again,
first time
straight
you've had it on tap?
from the barrel. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And
Ah,
that was
lovely.
lovely. My mate Rog, he had a pint of Bass. Who drinks Bass these days? Well, who can find Bass? Bass is great, but you
I
can't find.
There's a little pub in the Isle of Wight called the Volunteer.
Okay.
It's in Ventnor, bottom end of the island. Walked in there, bass. just the last place in the world you'd expect to find bass. And I
But
had a pint. Well, I had a couple of pints of it. It was just
bass, I tell you
ridiculous.
what, you can get it in bottles, or you could certainly get it in bottles at Asda.
Yeah, I think, can you still get it there?
I don't know if you still can or not, but I remember when we first started this channel, I think we probably tried a couple of bottles of bass. And I sneered at it, thinking, "Oh, it's a 1970s beer." It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, proper best bitter.
Really is a proper bitter. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the end of my day. I won't go into the toothpaste I spelt on my t-shirt. Leave that alone. That was
But you
in.
got home safely on time.
Yes.
Well done.
I got tired. I got a taxi. I couldn't face anything else. I couldn't face a bus.
No, so you got the train back to Poole and then
Drove back to Paul.
taxi down.
And this is the thing, because I got up at that time of day, no breakfast neither.
Oh no. So you had
No,
beer for breakfast.
I had beer for breakfast, and then about halfway through the day, I had a veggie sausage roll, and that was it.
Oh, good grief.
I know, yeah. So the moral of this story is, if you're going to a beer festival, prepare,
Get
prepare.
two alarm clocks going.
Yeah, it's the first time it's ever happened to me, but it can happen again. I'm petrified now,
But
but
it didn't distract from a good
so
day in the end.
it was a great day, and Wareham's coming up in March.
So which one?
Wareham.
All right. Is that I would have thought that's a smaller one. Wareham's quite a small place, isn't it?
It is, but it's deceptively large.
Ah,
Yeah. The thing is, they hold these things in larger places and smaller places, but they still tend to have the same amount of beers.
right. Yeah.
Just there's more space for people to mingle inside.
Yeah, but Wareham's still a pain in the ass to get to, isn't it?
Still a pain in the ass to get to. It's still a walk into the town. It's still getting on a bus. It's
Bus
still
and a
getting on a
train.
train. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's quite. Let me stop. It's no hardship. It's a beer festival, for goodness sake. But anyway, that's beer news. Let's leave it there. Thank you for watching. We hope you wet your whistle. Um,
Actually, in the comment, I'd like to find out what's everyone's favourite beer festivals. Where in the UK do you say,
yeah, because honestly, I moan about the fact that hours walking to somewhere or an hour there. But what if we drive up to somewhere that's big and exciting?
yeah, we can
What
stay
if we
over and
do? What if we do Earl's
yeah,
Court?
then we could both go together somewhere, Anders.
Yeah. Somebody's talked to me already about the British Beer Festival, which might be Earl's Court or has been at Earl's Court at some point.
Interesting.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, if you've been to beer festivals, let us know. Where do you go? Which one? um, What's your vibe? Are you sinking as many as you can, or are you just going with the flow like I did? Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Goodbye.